It was just a normal Saturday afternoon with my family. We had just got done from going out to lunch, and we weren't really in a rush to go home. We were close to the Humane Society when my mom looked towards my dad and said, "Can we stop and look?" My brother and I were in the back seat, agreeing with my mom and trying to convince my dad. My dad hesitated, and then at the next light made a U-turn, and we were there. When we got there, my brother and I were excited. We went to every glass cell, pushing people aside to see each and every dog. We finally slowed our roll so our parents could catch up. We were finishing up the last few cells when we turned the last corner. We came up to a black lab mix. She was jumping at the glass, going crazy to try and get my brother and I's attention. When we got closer, she began licking the glass. My mom and dad, not too far behind, began talking and said, "Let's see if we can meet her." We were then placed in a room where we were able to be with the puppy. We found out her name was Ellie. It didn't take long for us all to fall in love with her, let alone Ellie to fall in love with us. Next thing I knew, she was sitting in the back seat with my brother and I. Our next stop was obviously Petco. We needed to get the essentials: food, a water dish, and a food dish, and you gotta have the toys, and of course, a bone. Well, it was at Petco where Ellie had decided to have her first accident. Clean up on aisle 9. When we took her home, we let her in the backyard. She went wild. She loved it. She was running around the backyard like a chicken with her head cut off. This was now her home, and she finally belonged to a family. This was back in 2005. Ellie, of course, is not a puppy anymore, but if you were to see her today, you would disagree. She still has so much energy for being as old as she is today. Ellie also doesn't play around when it comes to her food. She knows exactly when it's time to be fed or remotely close, and she's pretty good at a routine because every night between 5 and 6:30, she knows when my dad will be coming home, and she knows that that means that she will get a biscuit. Ellie is the most loving dog you could ever meet. She actually loves meeting new people. Well, I think she loves the new attention, really. And if you offer her a belly rub, she will never let you leave. Ellie sometimes confuses herself with being a lap dog. She's the biggest cuddle bug and hates to be alone, especially during thunderstorms. It could be 3 a.m., and if it's storming, she'll wake you up so you can pet her and hopefully calm her down. And when you think she's finally calm and you can go back to bed, she will prove you wrong. There are many dogs out there, but I wouldn't trade any of them for my loving, oversized lap dog for anything.